substance owned by banks that publicly bring in the drugs. I mean, it's so elementary. It's for our safety. And then there's all the crime involved with drugs. So they've got to expand all the paramilitary forces shoulder to counter that, when in truth they're just corralling domesticated crime culture they've created. When they have MTV and movies glorify the drug dealers, so all the idiot young people go and become drug dealers to supply the fodder for the system to go out into the streets. As Jim Morrison said, the streets are fields that never die. Oh, they're just harvesting your children, harvesting your money, your house being robbed. They want to take the guns from all the cities like Chicago, New York, and D.C. and L.A. so that the criminals can rob your house every week to harvest. They want to harvest your property, harvest your daughters, harvest your sons, harvest everything. They can't harvest you because you're armed. And they so badly want to harvest you because it's the journey of harvesting. This Grim Reaper government we have, harvesting your innocence with the television trying to corrupt your children, harvesting your mind, harvesting your health, harvesting you. It's like they harvest your organs when you go into the hospital and no problem, and they just strap you down and take what you got because some rich guy wants them that day and needs them. Oh yeah, they don't just kill people that can be revived. They kill people all the time. Because why not? You don't know how evil they are. You're blind to them. They rule you. But if you just open your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and see the enemy,
then you understand why I'm so freaked
out. Because every day I got to sit there looking at them, knowing who they are, knowing what they stand for, knowing all their tricks, knowing all their games, and watching you just lay down to these wolves so they can tear your guts out while you're still alive. That's how a wolf likes to eat a sheep. You know they like to eat a sheep? They like to grab them in the back legs a few times, wound them, hurt them, get them down on the ground, bite them up a little bit more, and then they like to eat their guts out while they're alive. Wolves like the blood splattering in their mouth while they eat the offal inside the intestines. And I sit there watching all the children they're giving autism, the children they're maiming, as they just chopping their heads off would be nicer, but instead they want to just tear the guts out of them and suck their parents dry, just like the bullets were designed, the 223, to wound somebody and hurt them really bad so that they would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to take care of and create a moral breakdown in the society. That's the same thing. They just want to wound you, make sure it kills you, but takes a few decades so they can suck all that spiritual pain out. The money's only for their mercenaries low down, but at a satanic level, it's all the sacrificing those children. They don't like just aborting babies and selling their bodies for medical experiments. They like taking your child and wrecking their whole future and paralyzing them and brain damaging them and hurting them. They love it. John P. Holdren revels in his power as he writes books about what he does to your family. He loves, imagine, psychopathic, diabolical scum directly out of the crack of hell, directly out of the ninth circle, ruling over everything right now, just savagely tearing everything to bits. And you're begging for it. You're begging and submitting. You're kneeling with pleasure so your body can be savage, your mind can be savage. Ah, man, it makes me angry. Get the enemy off the screen. Thank you. What I do, ladies and gentlemen, is give you the spectacle of what the enemy really is. As best I can, as desperate as I can, I try to show you with my theatrical skills, channeling, in a turn of phrase, the enemy's mind. And that's who they are. They are ravenous beasts going about howling to see who they may devour. Why does the Bible say the devil is a beast? Going about howling, roaring to see who he may devour. You know why? Because when you roar, people that are under your spell fall down. They roar and we fall down instead of the animating contest of liberty. What's the exact Bible verse? The devil goes about roaring, seeing who he may devour. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Kill, steal, and destroy. Kill. That's always the number one mission. Steal so they can destroy you. The power to tax is the power to destroy. That witch, and let's cue up that clip. Lois Lerner going, how dare you? I take the fifth, and I didn't do anything. That isn't taking the fifth.
Members of this committee have accused me of providing false information when I responded to questions about the IRS processing of applications for tax exemption. I have not done anything wrong.
That's right. You just went after tens of thousands of groups and individuals and told pro-lifers what they could pray and engage in Soviet-style attacks, and you are a vicious, arrogant sack of maggot filth who thinks you can just perch on us with your giant, scrofulous, tail feathers spread over everyone, perched on us like a mix between Baphomet and Medusa. We see you, and we absolutely know who you are, maggot. You are a maggot of hell. You are an abuser. You are an authoritarian witch. You are a disgrace. You are a perjurer. You are a liar. You are a persecutor of the good. You are a monster. Be alert and sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. I don't think is that a King James? That's the New International. Do the King James. It's seeing who he may devour. Because if Jason busts in your door, you're taught to fall down and grovel and then crawl backwards on your hands and your legs going, instead of going, wow, somebody with a knife. I get to fight for my life. I get to really be alive. I get to defend myself. I get to take down evil. They don't try to pick up a chair and smash it across Jason's head. They don't try to fight back. They just fall down in the woods and kick and crawl, begging, please, don't hurt me. I'm so scared of Saudi Arabian intelligence. I'm so scared of the CIA. I'm so scared of the pot-bellied pedophile TSA. I'm so scared of King George III. I'm so scared of Santa Ana. I'm not scared of any of you. You can all go right back where you came from, and we all know where that is, filth. You are stacks of garbage who cannot produce anything, do not love beauty or honor or goodness or God. You just go around trying to wreck everything. You're ugly. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants to be around you. That's why you're on these big taxpayer-paid jets and red carpets and media worshiping you all day, because you're hollow, nothing, scumbag, narcissist, and you know your failures.
That's a talent.
From the moment you got consciousness and were animated by the spirit you follow, you know your failures, and that's why you hate goodness, because you know what scum, pathetic, cowardly, disgusting, maggot-infested spiritual trash you are. Excuse me. I start getting really mad, folks, when I think about all these Obama bureaucrats already going to people's doors under FEMA Corps, the rest of it. The power trips they're on. Super weak, pathetic nobodies arrogantly getting off on their plastic badges and ordering you to fill out their census that's totally illegal on record, and just all of it. And now armies of them, door-to-door identity theft, likely under Obamacare. Under the Obamacare, the Department of Health and Human Services, the people that did all the secret testing, killing people, is implementing a Navigator program which provides millions of dollars. These are the same folks to make sure every county and city puts fluoride in the water. To nonprofit groups nationwide to hire navigators like Acorn, who will advise Americans on their Obamacare health options based on sensitive information provided. Yeah, that's right. They're also going to already have your info. I forgot that part. I mean, what's wrong with Acorn having your... Yeah, here with my underage whore and a runner. I want to run some kids in the third world for sex slavery. Oh, yes, sir. We're going to come on in. You're with us. I mean, that's who these... I mean, I'm telling you, folks. They know it's their time now. It's their country. Let's continue. This sensitive information includes Social Security numbers, income levels, and they threaten you and go, it's the law. It's the law. They're priming you with the census. Income levels, employment history, and home addresses, all of which are more than enough to steal Americans' identities for complete access to their credit and financial resources. And then out of the crisis that causes, they'll come out with biometrics. And the final biometric is going to be a brainwave. Toyota's already coming out with that in their cars next year, a brainwave. That we know it's you, Alex Jones. Vehicle activated. And people are like, I've got the new voice activation, baby. Look at how cool I am. Oh my gosh, Donnie, you're so cool. They always make being a slave the newest style, and everybody wants it.
Oh.
In a September 20th letter to DHS, the U.S. House Committee on Energy and Commerce asked the department to respond to its concerns. No media has picked this up, and this is 4 days old. We're breaking it. Over the rushed implementation of its Navigator program, including plans by nonprofit groups to run pimp game, to engage in enrollment activities that increase the likelihood of fraud or abuse. In fact, the headline ought to be, House warns, bombshell, House warns of identity theft under Obamacare. Acorns-type groups to be given your personal data. Red alert, red alert. And they're coming. Boy, you gotta love it. But you know, everything's okay. The article's up on Infowars.com. We're going to send it out on Twitter. Real Alex Jones, please retweet it out to everyone you know. I don't know why the writers, their top stories, they've not been tweeting those out. I noticed I had to tweet a Don Salazar's article out about how California's trying to ban all hunting right now. Just like Europe and even some South American countries have done. And of course, you know who's lobbying for it, the big factory farms. They want you domesticated, not just the chickens they've got in their little concentration camps. Side issue, folks. Everything's okay, though, because the White House dossier is reporting that Bill Clinton is going to go out and he's going to sell Obamacare and everybody. He'll take care of it. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Obamacare is a free thing for you because we love you. I don't work for big offshore money launderers and drug dealers and groups openly that run white slavery rings or anything, even though I do on record. I didn't steal almost all the money from the charities I run on record. I need a white body jet, red carpets, and hookers to lie. Thanks for paying for all that, you filth. No, I really care about you. I'm the first white president. I mean, come on, folks. But people are like, I like the twinkly-eyed little guy with the frosty hair, like a demonic, I don't know what he's, a demonic Easter bunny with his ears cut off or something. I mean, an evil Santa Claus with his beard cut off. He's going to bring you treats, kids. I don't even know what to say anymore at this point. I'm coming for you, everybody. Listen, the Republicans are going to lie to you about this, all of it. You're going to love this deal. I remember they told you nobody's going to part-time under this. Tens of millions are being put to part-time. Poor people don't have money taken out of their payroll tax. Payroll taxes on anybody working, annihilating everybody. Economy shutting down. They're like, it's all right. Come to us. We got welfare for you. By the way, have you noticed a bunch of states are announcing under federal auspices they're going to start forced labor for people that get welfare? You understand that. That's the plan. Bankrupt everything, and then all of us work for the government or private companies that have a government contract, and so we go out and work for them. Even if we have a job, national compulsory service, compulsory volunteerism. Of course, that's Orwellian. Volunteering means you volunteer, but the new compulsory volunteerism that the White House Chief of Staff, Rahm Emanuel, now the Chicago boss, said, you will do this. They got to bankrupt America, and your kid will come home, it's already happening, in the red top and black pants, and threaten to report on you. That's actually in the news. I predicted this years ago. Now, don't talk bad to Billy. He's part of Homeland now. That's right. That's right. And so you got to put up with all these snot-nosed kids. I mean, that's when you know your country's in real trouble. My wife went out to a marathon in Waco a few weeks ago. She even got photos sent to my phone. She's got to resend them because my mom was playing on my phone and thought it was her phone and kept putting the code in and wiped it, and I hadn't backed it up in months. Call my wife and get her to send you guys and email all those photos. She shot some videos, too. They had kids in black tops and combat pants bossing people around and running checkpoints. I mean, we actually have Yugen now, and my wife politely asked about it, and some guy told her, shut up, some adult. You scum Americans, you don't ask questions about Homeland. Yeah, they're going to take everything we got. They want a civil war. They want to come to our houses and murder us and our families, but they're not going to be able to.
Time and time again.
You need to come here and help us. We need assistance, please.
Those we should be able to depend on let us down.
Federal and state and local officials saying help is on the way. Well, the folks here in Belle Harbor say show me.
Don't depend on the government to save you. Take action now so that you're prepared for the next disaster with MyPatriotSupply.com. Get the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more at MyPatriotSupply.com. Call 866-229-0927.
We are hurting down here and we need help immediately.
Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. MyPatriotSupply.com. MyPatriotSupply.com.
It's National Preparedness Month, and ReadyMadeResources.com is proud to announce an unprecedented sale. For a very limited time, you can save 45 to 70% on all Mountain House cans and case lots. Best of all, you can mix and match, and all orders include free shipping. Visit ReadyMadeResources.com and save 45 to 70% while supplies last. Hurry, this sale ends September 30th. Call 800-627-3809. 800-627-3809. ReadyMadeResources.com. Get the best for less.
You are now in the crosshairs. The NSA and the FBI are treating you like a criminal and monitoring your every move. Ron Paul said recently, the evidence of the totalitarian nature of this government is on display undeniably every day. What's taking place right now is a coup and the destruction of the Constitution. Fortunately, there is something you can do about it. Learn how to be invisible, lock down your privacy, and even disappear forever. Go to privacylockdown.com to learn how. That's privacylockdown.com.
Why does the United States spend the largest percentage of GDP in the world on healthcare? Why do we have the highest cancer rates on the planet, the highest rates of diabetes, autism, and every other major disease? It all comes down to one thing. We are what we eat. Our food is devoid of nutrition and processed with poisons and additives. Our water is filled with toxic poisons and big pharma runoff. All of this has been engineered by design. We can turn the tide against the eugenicist by giving ourselves the nutrients our body desperately needs. To learn more, visit InfoWarsHealth.com. The site is literally packed with audio and video featuring top health professionals who don't bow down to big pharma. The fight against the New World Order starts with you, and you can't stand against the machine if you're sick, tired, and obese. When you visit InfoWarsHealth.com, be sure and check out the catalog with nearly 400 life-changing products, and get free shipping when you sign up for AutoShip. You know, I'm really trying to not go into these crazed rants because I'm working on the Obama Deception 2. The film is behind schedule.
You're trying to learn.
He's doing a great job, but I just get so drained by nighttime that I can't make all the proper decisions, and got so much video and so many interviews, and the film's really powerful. But I'm going to have to live up here now. I'm going to get this out by December 1st. And I just think about how these criminals are taking over, what they're setting up, how they're trying to bankrupt us. They admit that under Cloward and Piven. Sociological plan they're following. And it really makes me mad. So I'm just desperately here, really getting on people and laughing at people, because the New World Order is laughing at me. And I want new listeners, because I found laughing at people seems to get their attention, to realize exactly what's going on. These predators are eyeing you and your family and ripping you off 100 different ways and making you think they're there to help you. And most people that work for the system don't even understand how all this works. It's very, very frustrating. I want to tell you about some of the news that's coming up the next hour. I kind of went off the rails and only covered one big story. There is a lot of it. I'm going to tell you about that in just a moment. First off, it is essential that we try to take better care of ourselves health-wise. I know for over a decade, all I did was work and quit working out, didn't care about myself, because I was sure they were going to imprison me or set me up or kill me at any time, because I got so many death threats and been physically attacked and stuff. And then one of my friends, Tommy Pilata, he said, you know, they don't need to kill you, man. You're going to kill yourself thinking like that by the way you're living. That was great advice he gave me. And I said, well, Tommy, I go ride my bike a couple times a week. I go, that's not enough. He's right. Since then, I lost like 40 pounds. It's taken me years. Well, I tell you, it's easy to put it on. It's hard to take it off. But one of the biggest things you can do out there is get the incredible products at InfoWarsHealth.com. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0, non-GMO organic certified, right there on the site. You can get it discounted with free shipping when you sign up for AutoShip at InfoWarsHealth.com. That's InfoWarsHealth.com. We have the Polymers Plus. It's just an amazing, healthy energy drink. Go look at all the listings. It's got the Alex pack up there that's discounted, and all the purchases make the broadcast possible. InfoWarsHealth.com, or call 888-789-9277 if you want to ask any questions or order online, or sign up as a distributor for $10 and get big discounts. 888-789-9277. It's all available at InfoWarsStore.com as well. You can link through there to InfoWarsHealth.com. You can also, at InfoWarsStore.com, find the ProPure water filtration system for the best fed stainless steel system out there. It's what I and my family use. Promo code WATER gets you 10% off. Supporting at the lowest price, and support a hardcore organization, 110% dedicated to, a collision course with the New World Order. That's what we're dedicated to. I was thinking about it this morning. It's just such a good feeling to have this fear. And just be committed. As long as we defeat the enemy, that is all that I want. Oh, I absolutely love fighting these people. I can see them, and I'm just going to get our hands around their neck politically. Where I can feel the will of humanity rising, as it's always done as things get really bad. It's always darkest before the dawn. Please support us. The t-shirts, the books, the films, hundreds of amazing items, incredible prices, and it supports what we're doing. InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. All right, next hour coming up, we're going to have Mr. Bongino, the senior Secret Service agent, who is an expert on hostage situations, to talk about the last few mass shootings we've seen from the Naval Yard to what's happening over with Al-Qaeda in Kenya. And then up to 3 American teenagers were involved in the mall massacre. Yeah, it's got CIA written all over it. Kenya Foreign Minister says men aged 18 and 19 from Minnesota were among the gunmen. But a British Marine with a handgun that he had off duty there was able to stop 100 people being killed. One armed good guy. That's all coming up as well. Stay with us.
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
If you can't go to Mexico to get authentic Mexican food, go to Petoskey. Jose's Authentic Mexican Restaurant in the Gaslight District has all of your favorites. Tacos, burritos, quesadillas, award-winning guacamole, and so much more. These family homemade recipes will have you wanting to come back and try the whole menu. Sit down or carry out, Jose's is a place you must visit. When you are in Petoskey, 307 Petoskey Street, or 231-348-3299.
Brian Summerfield likes Randy's Mighty Good Pizza.
Hey, it's Brian Summerfield, pizza connoisseur, and I will go anywhere for good pizza. Right here in our own backyard, Randy's Mighty Good Pizza is the very best pizza you can use. They use the best ingredients, whether it's a canned pizza or round pizza, the best calzone around. If you want quality, you want the best, Randy's Mighty Good Pizza.
Randy's Mighty Good Pizza on West Conway Road, just off the Harbor Petoskey Road. Call 231-348-6900 or randysmightygood.com.
94.5 WYPV Mackinac City, Onaway, 93.9 WABC, Mile Whaling. We're your Patriot Voice.
With SRN News, Rich Thomason in Washington. Iran and Syria, key topics of President Obama's address to the UN General Assembly today. On Syria, the president's demanding a toughly worded UN resolution to verify that the Assad regime is scrapping its chemical weapons.
If we cannot agree even on this, then it will show that the United Nations is incapable of enforcing the most basic of international laws.
On Iran, Mr. Obama says the opening that comes with the election of Hassan Rouhani must be tested.
If we can resolve the issue of Iran's nuclear program, that can serve as a major step down a long road towards a different relationship.
The Iranian president will address the General Assembly later today, and we don't yet know if the two presidents will be meeting face to face. It's not over yet. In in Nairobi, Kenya, troops continue battling Islamic terrorists who were holed up inside a luxury shopping mall. The terrorists claim they're still holding hostages, while Kenyan authorities say they're mopping up their operation to end the standoff. Also, SRNnews.com, it's the law of supply and demand at work in the housing market, with a short available supply of houses helping to drive prices higher. Home prices rose 12.4% in July compared with a year ago. It's the steepest increase in more than 7 years. Americans' confidence in the economy is off slightly this month compared to August. The Conference Board says we're feeling less optimistic about hiring and pay hikes in the coming 6 months. Consumers' confidence is closely watched because their spending accounts for the lion's share of economic activity. On Wall Street, the Dow is up about 13 points, the NASDAQ ahead 12. This is SRN News.
I will never forget the day my son Jeremy told me he hated me and slammed the door in my face. I'm behavioral therapist Janet Lehman. Behavior problems can turn the child you love and your life into a nightmare. That's why my husband James and I created the Total Transformation, a step-by-step program that shows you how to fix the worst behavior problems and get your child to respect and listen to you again. No matter what the behavior, defiance, backtalk, angry outbursts, disrespect, we can help you stop it. Now you can get the Total Transformation for free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. You can keep it forever for free.
Limited number of free programs available. Call now. 1-800-581-7226. 1-800-581-7226. That's 1-800-581-7226.